I am Mary Chepkoi, a basketball coach. Currently, I am coaching the ladies deaf basketball national team. I was born and raised in Uasin County, Eldoret, Kaptagat, where after my primary, I was lucky to join Kapkenda Girls in Kerio Valley, where I got introduced to basketball. Kaptagat is known for athletics. We have several camps there. Unfortunately, I wasn't mentored to run as compared to how everyone else would have imagined I should be running. But when I got to high school, that is Kapkenda, I was playing netball, and the basketball coach there came and picked a few of us and took us to basketball. That's how I learned and started playing basketball, and my passion for basketball grew from there. I played in the nationals 3 times. That was in Form 2 at Mangu, in Form 3 at Nairobi School in St. Mary's. In Form 4, the nationals were held in Machakos, and I played in all those. The last one, that is in Form 4, we lost to Tigo in the semi-finals, so we never played in the finals. Thereafter we qualified to play the East Africa Games, which were held in Nairobi, that 2002 at Nyayo. From Kapkenda, I was staying in Juja, that is around JKUAT, and I realized there was a basketball team there, the ladies team, and I went to train with them. While in college, I would train with the girls, and I was lucky they registered me to play for them in the Premier League. And thereafter, I've been playing for JKUAT. I played for JKUAT for quite some time. And in 2015, I joined Gladiators, a club where they were playing in the NBA. And then we got promoted to Women Division 1. And in 2017, I went back to play for JKUAT when they also got promoted to Division 1. And later, my mentor, that is Peter Kimani, talked to me and talked to me about transitioning from being a player to being a coach, and even sponsored me for my first coaching clinic, which was held in 2018 at Upper Hill, and it was conducted by FIBA instructor Ronnie Owino. That's how my growth also to my passion to being a coach started growing. And once I did the clinic, after doing the clinic, I went back to JKUAT and started coaching as his assistant. JKUAT, we've had great athletes in the team where the players are ready to learn. They are ready to be taken through the coaching program. We get the young players from high school coming to JKUAT as first years, and when we bring them together and start the development program where they're transitioning from high school basketball to club level basketball, I can say we have been lucky to get them ready to learn, like they are ready to learn. And it's been easy for that part. But the other part is we are coaching at an institution where their basic or their main reason or why they're in JKUAT is to study. So we have to work around our training program to accommodate their classes, because some of them have classes up to 7 in the evening, others up to 6. So we kind of coach from Monday to Friday. So you prepare your program such that you're able to cater for everyone in the team within the 5 days of the week. The biggest achievement was, we are an institution, and when we play university games, you have targets every time we go for university championships. And through the women championships that are being held during around 8th of March, to mark the Women's Day. From 2018, we finished 3rd. They were held in Kirinyaga. 2020 in Anu we did not do really well, but this year, that is 2022, we played at Dedan Kimathi, and that edition we did well and we finished second after ZTech. Us qualifying to play the finals in that championship was a big achievement for the girls and for us as coaches, and to me it was a big achievement that time. But we are not stopping there. We aren't there yet. We are still looking forward to winning and bringing up a better team, better people. 2021-2022 has been a great season for JKUAT basketball, starting with our teams in the NBA. We have, last season we had a ladies team, that is JKUAT Lynx and JKUAT Warriors in the NBA. Those are our feeder teams to our main teams, that is. So the ladies finished 5th and the men's team finished 4th, and they were promoted to play in the Kenya Basketball Federation Division 2. On the other hand, their brothers and sister teams, that is JKUAT, had a good run the whole season. They won the season unbeaten, all their 29 games from the regular season to quarterfinals, semis and finals. It's been a good run. Everyone in basketball, or most of the people, have been saying JKUAT JKUATs have made history. It has never happened before. For the ladies team, that is JKUAT Lynx, we have been promoted to Premier, from Division 1 to Premier. For us, it's another challenge on its own, because we're going to play against the top tier teams, that is KPA, Equity, ZTech. We are also very good, and we will approach and play the games one game at a time. But so far it's been good. I've always known there's a deaf basketball team in the country, and on 10th of March I was approached. They had a team selection. They were doing their selection for the national team, for the people to go to the camp to prepare for the Deaflympics coming up in Brazil. And while there, we met different teams from different counties. For the ladies, it was Nairobi, Kisumu, Mombasa, and Kajiado. And the men was Kajiado, Kwale, Mombasa, Kisumu, and Nairobi, who had two men's teams. So we were 8 of us, and we were able to come up with a list of players that we felt deserved to be in the camp, of which we've been in the camp from 4th of April till 20th of April. Me meeting this team is another blessing on its own. It's coaching different, not that different in terms of the disability. No, for me they're just, the only difference with the hearing is that they cannot hear. The rest of the things are the same. How we play the game, how the game is officiated, everything else is the same. So the only thing that one needs to be able to coach this team is the patience. Because when I am coaching the hearing team, let's say at JKUAT, I take like a minute to explain a drill. But when it comes to them, I need to sign the drill to them. So it takes like maybe 2-3 extra minutes compared to the hearing. But that alone, when you are doing your program for that, to coach that team, when you're doing the program for the day, you have to factor in the amount of time that you will need in a drill or in a game situation when you're coaching them. I got the text from the Secretary General of Kenya Deaf Basketball Association, that is Samuel Ouma. It was a surprise. It came as a surprise and a big one in that matter, and I was like, wow, God, this is my time. And of course, I talked to a few people, including my mentor, Peter Kimani, and he was so happy about it. And he told me, embrace it and take up the role. And here we are. I'm happy that I've been given this opportunity to be part of this team, to coach them, to help them grow the game of basketball in Kenya, that is deaf basketball in Kenya. Deaf basketball do not have a league running in the country, neither tournaments or competitions. So that makes them disadvantaged because they will only wait until the time an assignment comes up. That is when they gather the players from different regions to prepare them for a championship. Compared to the hearing, where there is a league running, there are tournaments, there are competitions organized by different organizations, not only Kenya Basketball Association or Nairobi Basketball Association. So the Deaf Basketball Federation is, or players are disadvantaged because they have to, once they meet now, there's no chemistry, the basics, the game is never introduced to them at the younger age. So that alone is a challenge on its own. When someone is a bit older and you want to introduce a new skill to them, it takes a lot of time. And like if they were playing games in between before they call up to come and take up an assignment. So that's the challenge they have, or we have in deaf basketball. We have prepared the team. We feel we are ready for the championship, and we are looking forward to improving our performance from compared to how we performed in 2017. We have already watched some games that they played that time, and we have corrected a few things. Most of the things that we saw are the loopholes in terms of defense, transition offense, and also the basic things where you dribbling the ball, you need to catch the ball, how to shoot, and all that. We've been able to work on that, and we are looking forward to better performance in this championship. My objective or my plan for the team is, after Brazil, we're not going to stop there. We're going to work around with the federation, with Kenya Basketball Federation and Kenya Deaf Basketball Association, to have a league for the deaf players. We start a league where we can be doing it in a tournament format, where we say this weekend we are meeting in Kisumu, and we have all the basketball regions, deaf basketball teams from different regions represented in the tournament. Other than that, we also want to visit schools that's the deaf schools, working with the Deaf Basketball Federation officials. We would like them to help us work with the schools, where we will go introduce basketball to the students there, the pupils there, so that they get to learn about the game when they're still young. 5 years time, I would like to see myself coaching the national team, the hearing national team, and even taking it to greater levels of competition. And not only Kenya, but I would love to see myself coaching pro outside the country. Of one, Keith Kiprop is joining class 8 from 27th of May. I thank God. I'm a single mom, so the motherhood or the parenting part is a job on its own that I can't like leave it or neglect it. So I must balance it with basketball and work as well. I work at JKUAT, or at sports department. 8 to 5, I'm in the office. 5 to around 7:30, I'm on the court. Then from 8, I'm supposed to be in the house now, looking at his homework, checking on him, having that bonding moment. Then before he goes to sleep, and we move on to the next day. That is a challenge on its own, but I try my best to balance as much as possible. Like now that I've been in the camp all this time and flying out to Brazil, I have a house help who has been there. Her name is Lydia. She's done everything for Keith, and not forgetting to mention my family. That's my brother, that's William, and his family, who are now like watching over Keith while I'm out here. My family have been really supportive of this, my passion for sports and basketball in particular. Every time I would say I am at JKUAT, we have a staff fitness welfare where I am the secretary, and that's where we do charity work and charity walks, and on weekends if I'm not going for basketball, you'd find me going with them for a hike or jogging around Juja, or maybe we have planned a run in Masinga or doing Standard Chartered Marathon. So those are things that I do when I'm not doing basketball.